Koh Phangan is an island in Thailand, and it isn't a place that you just live. It's a place where you heal, awaken, and reconnect to your true self. It's an island that allows you to rediscover the power within you. For me, it's a slice of paradise where I can break free from the noise, all the pressure, and all the rules that I never agreed to. About 8 years ago, I was 30,000 feet in the air, sitting on a plane heading to Thailand with a one-way ticket. I never had a job waiting for me in Thailand. I never had any friends, and I never had a place to live. I just had a dream in my heart to travel and follow my goosebumps. So moving to Thailand was probably one of the best decisions that I ever made. Every day I wake up here, it feels like an absolute miracle. It feels like a blessing, and my heart is filled with gratitude. And in some parts, when you're driving through the jungles, it literally feels like you're in Jurassic Park. The nature is vibrant, it's bright, it's colourful, and if you listen carefully, you can literally hear it buzzing with this aliveness. And the best thing I love about living in Thailand is that you get to reclaim your freedom. You wake up and life just feels like one big adventure. You've got more time, more energy, and more drive to do the things that you want to do, to spend your hours and your days in the ways that you want to spend them. For example, I love waking up early in the morning, getting to the beach and doing my practice. I run on the beach, I do my meditation, I do my stretching, my visualization and my praying, and it just feels like I take a moment to reconnect to who I truly am before all of the noise takes over. Of course, it worked out nicely for me. After following my goosebumps and risking everything, jumping on a plane with a one-way ticket, with no job, with no friends, with nowhere to live, within the first few weeks, I found a dream job in a dream location as a yoga teacher. I had a beautiful relationship with a girl that I met at the yoga resort. I made new friends, and I started to create a life that I absolutely love. One of the favourite things for me is the morning runs and the morning practice here in Thailand. When I run on the beach, I just feel so free, and then I take a moment to meditate. I visualise my future goals, I pray, I connect to the oneness, a higher power, and I just feel so free and so alive. And it just gives me the goosebumps. I mean, we're on a rock, spinning in the middle of nothingness, floating in multiple universes. If that doesn't give you the goosebumps, I don't know what will. I know it's going to sound woo-woo, but there's me talking about loving the freedom and living in Thailand. And you know when everybody says you've got to listen to the signs, pay attention to the signs. Well, look at the sign that I literally just found after filming that little intro. Check this out. Literally on the side of a kayak, just sitting in the ocean behind where I was filming, and it says, "Feel free." Look at that. It's insane. Follow your goosebumps. Follow the freedom. Bro, where are you from? What country?
I'm from Myanmar.
Burma, wow. Burma. And Burma, we say Menglaba.
Menglaba.
It means hello.
Hello, Menglaba.
Hello. How do I say, how are you?
Nicola.
Nicola. That is absolutely delicious. It's one of my favorite shakes. It's called an acai shake. Acai is a berry from Brazil in the Amazon. It's a bit like a blueberry, but it's a darker shade of purple, and it's got so many nutrients in it, and it tastes really thick and creamy. It's absolutely delicious. And right now we're in my favorite coffee shop in Thong Nai Pan Noi, and I love it here. All the staff are Burmese, and when I walk in here I just feel so welcome. They're so friendly and so lovely. So the first reason why I moved to Thailand is because of the lifestyle. I absolutely love waking up, doing what I want when I want. I love waking up on my own schedule, without an alarm and without a boss breathing down my neck. I love waking up in the morning, getting out in nature like I showed you, doing some yoga, meditation and praying, and it makes me feel connected to life. I divide my day into two major blocks. Working blocks. So the first block starts at about 8 o'clock until 12 o'clock. And from 8 until 12, for me, that's all about writing my books, writing my scripts, and just getting all of my ideas into some kind of order. And in my second block, I go to another coffee shop just to kind of create a different energy, a different environment. And then I do about 4 hours on marketing or 3 hours on marketing and sales and business stuff. And I find personally that the quicker I just get into this without checking my mobile phone, without answering emails, without talking to my friends, and I just sit here and I focus from about 8 until 12, I get 4 solid hours of creativity out of my brain. And for the last 5 years, I've been writing a book called Awaken Your Spirit. And I must admit, it has been one of the most challenging and difficult projects I've worked on. I haven't got a publisher, I haven't got an editor. Well, I did have an editor, but I sacked the editor because I wasn't happy with the work that they were doing. And I took control and ownership of everything, and it's just been so challenging. I don't know what it is. It's just bringing up so much fear, so much doubt. When I published my first book, I had Watkins Publishers in London help me publish it. I had an editor, I had a whole team behind it, but this time I've been doing everything on my own, and it's been an absolute struggle. Now, I'm not complaining. I know it's a first world problem. It's something that I get to do. I get to choose to write books, but I must admit, this has challenged me. It's bringing up a lot of shadows, and it's been the biggest challenge, the biggest project I've worked on in a very long time. But, and I know I've been saying this a lot lately online, it is getting closer and closer. And this is one of the other things I love about Thailand. It's just started to absolutely bucket down outside. Check out this rain. And that's one of the amazing things I love about Thailand. It'll just start raining all of a sudden, out of nowhere, for about 30 minutes. It'll absolutely bucket it down. And then all of a sudden it'll just completely stop. The sun is out and everyone's smiling again. I think everybody should write a book because it is one of the most challenging projects you will ever work on. Even if you don't want to get the book published, the personal development, the personal growth that you have to go through to discipline yourself, to face yourself, all of that doubts and the fears that you've got to overcome, it's priceless. That inner transformation. Whether I sell 1 book or 1 million books, it doesn't matter. The person I've become along the way is completely different from the person that started 5 years ago. And that kind of brings me to the chapter that I was writing about today. Today I'm writing chapter 4, or editing I should say, chapter 4, which is all about re-imprinting. Re-imprinting the limiting beliefs and the memories that are in your brain and the subconscious brain that hold you back from achieving your goals. Whether it's writing a book, whether it's traveling to Bali, whether it's becoming a successful millionaire, whether it's finding true love or losing weight or just working on a project that is important to you. 9 times out of 10, we hold ourselves back. We procrastinate or we give up on our goals and our dreams because of the imprints, the subconscious imprints that are inside the brain. And the best way to describe it is if you think of a baby elephant when it's being trained by the people in the circus. Not very nice, but what they do to the baby elephant is they tie a rope around the baby elephant's foot, and then they put this stake into this ground. They bang it into the ground. The rope is tied to the stake, and then it's tied to the baby elephant's foot, so that baby elephant can't run away. And they condition this baby elephant that it's basically trapped. And then obviously the baby elephant gets bigger and bigger, and it gets strong, and it's massive. It's this huge, gigantic elephant, but it's still got this tiny little rope around its foot on the stake, and it doesn't run away. Even though it could easily pull the stake out of the floor, it could rip the rope, it could run away. The baby elephant is so programmed, now it's an adult, that it can't escape because it's still trapped like it was when it was a little child. And here's why this is so important for us, because most of us are still listening to those childhood limiting beliefs that hold us back. It's like we've got this invisible rope tied around our full potential, and we're not taking action or, writing a book, quitting the job, traveling around the world, starting a new business, asking the person out on a date, making your first video on social media, whatever it is, on YouTube. We're not following our dreams and taking action because we've still got these invisible ropes that are trapping us, holding us, and programming us into our early childhood. And for most people, it's like, I'm not good enough, I can't achieve it, what will other people think of me, what if I fail, will it ever work out for me, or I can't afford it, money's the root of all evil. All of these limiting beliefs are what hold us back. So in chapter 4 in my new book, Awaken Your Spirit, I show you how to remove these imprints. And if you're a human being living on planet Earth, you have probably got thousands of imprints and limiting beliefs in your subconscious mind. We've all got them. And the quicker we can get rid of them or re-imprint them, which is what I show you in the book, the faster we can achieve our goals, the faster we can break free from the old identity, the invisible rope that keeps us trapped. And life just becomes so much more enjoyable. You take the risks, you follow your goosebumps, and you finally create the life that you want. So if you're interested, there might be a link below if I finish the book right now, or there'll be a waiting list that you can join, and as soon as the book comes out, you can order it and I'll send you a copy and show you how to remove these limiting subconscious beliefs, these imprints that hold you back from becoming the person that you want to become. But right now, we're going to go to one of my other favourite restaurants. It's almost stopped raining. We're going to go to Orion Healing Centre on the other side of the island. So let's jump on the bike, get a little bit wet, and go for some lunch. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you. My Osmo Pocket 3 just died. The battery was dead. So now we're on the iPhone and we've just got to Wildwood Gym for a little workout. And in case you're wondering, why am I always wearing these beads? Why do I always give them away to people? Well, the truth is they're not just some kind of accessory to make me look good or like some spiritual guru, because I'm not a spiritual guru. They are literally what helped me improve my mental health. Like literally, these beads saved me. Now, I don't know about you, but I've got a voice inside my head. Sometimes I have these overwhelming feelings, self-doubt, insecurities, loneliness. I think these are just human emotions that we all go through in some stage of our lives, right? And these beads were given to me a long time ago. These are called Bodhi beads, but they're also like the prayer beads that you get in India. Anyway, this Indian fella gave me some beads, told me how to meditate, told me how to use the beads, and my mental health just started to improve. I started to feel calm. I started to create a space, like a gap between thinking and being aware that I was thinking. So in other words, before I was using these beads, I would think, and then I would believe that I was the thoughts, and I would take action on those crazy random thoughts. And then I started to create a space and realize, well, actually I wasn't the thoughts that were thinking in my head. I could just watch them and ignore them. Like I didn't have to act on them. And then after that, I started to program my brain for success. I started to wire mantras into my brain, like I am powerful, I am successful, I am strong, I am confident, I am free, I am pure spirit. And then I started to feel alive. And I realized that your brain is literally like a computer. You can program it, you can rewire limiting beliefs and stories and the random thoughts that pop into your head, and then reprogram really positive, confident beliefs that help you become the person that you want to become. So this is why I wear these beads, and we actually sell these beads. There's a link somewhere below, and I give them away to people that I meet. So sometimes the lady that cuts my hair, the random people in the gas station, just anybody that comments on the beads, they all say, oh, they're lovely. And so I give them to them and I teach them how to use the beads. And we've sold hundreds and hundreds of beads, and they really will help you with your reducing anxiety, with your monkey mind. If you want to take control of your mind instead of just being all random all over the place, these beads will really help you master the nature of the mind, which helps you master the emotions and the feelings. Anyway, this video wasn't about the beads, but I was just doing that little plug just to say, go and get some beads, click the button below and take control of your mental and emotional health. But more importantly, start to visualize who you want to become and program that into your head. Just finished a workout, feel really pumped and really motivated, and tonight I'm going to go dancing, do some kazumba and bachata. Absolutely love it. But let me share with you why I love living in Thailand, why I left the UK and started all over again. Why did I jump on that plane with a one-way ticket, take a risk, take a leap of faith, even though I never had a clue what was in front of me? Why did I go for it? Why did I do it? Well, I did that because I was sick and tired of this rat race. You know, working just to make money, just to pay your bills. So the third reason why I left the UK and live here was to escape that matrix. I just realized it wasn't making me happy. And I was bored of listening to the same negative conversations, listening to the news and the media. Even if you're not watching TV and you're out of it, everybody else is still talking that collective conversation. And I just got bored of it. I got bored of working just to make money, just to pay bills. And I said to myself, like, I want to create a life of freedom. I started to see these influencers, these content creators, and this was like I say, 8 years ago. And I was like, if they can do it, so can I. How can I create a life of freedom? How can I escape that rat race? And literally just today, as I came out of the barber's after I had my hair cut, I spoke to a guy from Germany. He's here on holiday, his first month. He's never been to Thailand before. And he just said, like, I would love to do what you're doing, but I can't. And I questioned him. I said, well, why can't you? He said, well, because I've got a job back home and I've got to do this and I've got to do that. He said, but I really don't like it. I want to be living this kind of lifestyle. And I was like, well, you can. Like, you've just got to change your thinking and believe that you can. And so that's what I did years ago. I was like, well, if other people can do it, so can I. And so can you. Like, if you ever watch these videos or you watch other influencers or content creators and you're like, I want to live that life, then don't just wish for it. Take action and go for it. And everybody knows that that system isn't really going to satisfy you. In the long run, it's not going to make you happy. In fact, I believe it does the complete opposite. It makes people depressed, it boxes people in, and eventually, you know, you get some sickness or illness because you've worked so hard, or you're just in this, you know, this pollution. It's polluting people's spirit. And for the record, right, I'm not here to fight the system. I don't think you're going to beat the system. There's always going to be someone in control, some kind of system. I'm just here on a journey of self-mastery, and I can only master myself. Like, you can only master yourself. And this is what I know for a fact. When you master yourself, you beat the system, because then you're in control of your thoughts and your emotions, and you're not triggered and bullied around by the news and the media telling you how you should live your life, all these kind of rules. And this is why I love Thailand, because I've escaped that rat race, I've escaped that matrix, and there is no system. I mean, there's like, I've got to get a visa, there's little things that you have to pay while you're here, but it's just so much freedom. I think my phone bill was like 800 baht, which is like 20 quid a month. My electric bill was like 200 baht the other week, which is like 4 or 5 quid. The rent is nearly full of fucking rock then. My rent is so cheap, and it's just, I just prefer that way of lifestyle. So the vibe here, the freedom, the lifestyle for me personally, that is why I decided to leave the UK, move to Thailand, and just create a life that I've dreamed about for many years. And again, if I can do it, so can you. And if you enjoyed this video, leave some comments below, give us a thumbs up, let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to help people go on this journey of awakening. And again, if you want to join us and meditate, and you want to create a vision for your life, or get the beads to take control of your mental health, there's some links that you can click below. But have an amazing day. Until the next adventure, I'll see you soon. Ben Glava. Thank you. See you.